multiple kinds of biscuits out of one dough.
A variety with one dough.
Exactly.
I want to see that. Ready to go?
All right, let's do it. All right, first of all, we've got our dry ingredients sifted in here. Now, that's important.
So when it says sifted, you must sift it.
You must.
It's just flour, a touch of sugar, baking powder, and salt.
I like to get a wire whisk in there and just do the thing with the wire whisk. Next, I'm gonna go with some shortening. Now, I get in a little bit of trouble with this. People say, well, why shortening? You know, it's all bad, it's this, it's that. Well, you know, there's a couple of things. Shortening is tough enough to create the flaky layers that we're looking for in the biscuit.
So the shortening is a secret in this then?
It really is. It really is. It makes, to me, a better biscuit. And the method is not to squeeze, it's just to shift the fat with the flour on it. And what you want is some pretty small pieces of fat in there. Now, I've got pieces of fat that are pretty small, about like that. Now, you could use just plain milk, but buttermilk has the acid that helps cut the gluten. Which is the protein in flour that makes it tough. If you would just dump that all in there, Tim, that'd be great.
All of it's going in, there it is.
Now, a lot of people get in there and really want this to be dry, and it shouldn't be dry right now. So that's another trick. Now I'm gonna show you one of our great tricks in baking. This is the best tool in baking, and it will cost you the very high price of 99 cents.
I like that.
It's a bowl scraper. This will keep your hands clean. It'll do a lot of great things for you. I say here at Sullivan, this has 300 different uses, and you'll learn them all in the baking and pastry program. So the first job it does, though, is gets all that batter, all that dough, out of the bowl.
I'll tell you what, for 99 cents, that's quite a tool. Look at that.
Right
It
there.
actually works. I mean, it is
That's
incredible.
right, that's right. I want 2 pieces out of that because I'm gonna make 2 different varieties. I'm gonna put a little bit of our sharp cheddar cheese. I'm gonna put a little bit of our chopped rosemary because I love the flavor of rosemary. A little bit of chopped parsley to add a little more green, and chopped chives for a little bit of oniony flavor.
Very nice.
And I could use my super secret
Absolutely.
bowl scraper to do this too. I'm pulling the sides up and incorporating those ingredients. Now I'm gonna roll this up. And I'm gonna do that one more time. So again, sides in, roll it up. That's gonna be the biscuit I want. This is another thing that a lot of people don't like, including myself, and that's the stuff that gets on your hands. Here's another bakery trick. Just rub your hands together.
That's all it takes.
It comes off. Now, I need a cutter. Here, we have these lovely 11-piece set from this company. A lot of people don't have that. So you know what you can do? Go get your spray can lid. Go get the spray can lid off of something food grade, like your pan spray, your Pam, something like that. Use that, but a trick that you want to do is pop a little hole in it like that, because you don't want to create a vacuum.
I would think we all have these caps with the spray on it, but I thought we'd sell these too now for $9.99. These special caps.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Here it is.
Special cutter. This is just some all-purpose flour or bread flour that I'm using to roll in. And when I cut, I don't care what you saw on the Hardee's commercial. You cut straight down and straight up. If you twist, you'll seal the edges, and we don't want to do that. I'm gonna pick that up, and then I'm gonna flip it over. So I'm gonna keep going.
Those look great.
Next thing that you need to know, don't leave space between biscuits. So I'm gonna take my biscuits, and I kinda like that side. That looks pretty. And see how close I'm putting it?
Yes.
I'm not jamming it against, but I want it right up against.
To the edge.
I said you need to keep your biscuits close together, but what about these biscuits?
Yes.
That's where the biscuit bones come in. So you take these and you set them around the rest of the biscuits. And that creates a wall to keep the heat from getting to that edge of the biscuit.
Let me ask you this, Chef. Once it's baked, can you eat the biscuit bone?
Not only can you, but there used to be fights in the kitchen over that because it's the best part of the biscuit. Shh, don't let anybody know that or they're gonna want some too.
All right, Chef, those look great, but I know that we cut this dough in half, so you have this other half. What are we gonna do with this part now?
Absolutely. Well, we've made a savory biscuit, and so now we're gonna make the sweet variation.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use a little bit of cinnamon sugar, and I'm gonna use a little bit of raisin. Notice these raisins don't look too dry.
No.
They've been soaked for 20 minutes in cold water.
Okay.
Raisins are dry, and if you bake them, they get more dry, and they turn into little pieces of charcoal. Always soak it a little bit, because then it doesn't draw moisture out of the product to replace in the fruit.
Great secret to know.
I'm gonna take some of these soaked raisins and I'm gonna sprinkle those on top. Looks very similar to what I was doing with the cheese earlier. And I'm gonna take a little cinnamon sugar, but I'm gonna put a good bit of cinnamon on there.
I could smell that cinnamon. I mean, right when
Isn't
you
that
open
nice?
up that lid, it's just, wow.
That's some of that lovely Korinji cinnamon. It's delicious.
This is great.
Just like we did before, And the technique is the same, where we bring the sides in. We're gonna roll it up then, and a tool can always help you do this. And now we're gonna roll them one more time. Okay, so now we need our super secret biscuit cutter, and straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. All right, same thing, biscuit bones right along the edge. One basic biscuit dough, and I have made 2 variations. Just like that, just that easily.
One more thing, we've got to go in the oven, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What temperature and how long?
400 degrees for about 25 minutes.
Oh, wow. This is good.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Has to be 400. Here we go.
Going. Let's head it into the oven. I can't wait to see these come out.
In your home oven, you would want to put this about 1 click down from the middle, because you want a good amount of bottom heat. Okay, so in they go. It's time to go and get our biscuits out. So let's pop this open and see how we're doing. I want them nice and brown. Not too brown though, because this tray is still hot. So yeah, I'm good to go here. These look great. Now, here comes the next trick. But we want to brush them with butter. Butter is going to give them a nice soft surface. In the case of the cinnamon raisin, I'm also going to sprinkle those with a little bit of the cinnamon sugar right here. And some of that's going to melt into that butter, and some of it's going to stay crunchy on top. And then now, when you eat it, you're going to smell that butter, you're going to taste that butter, and that's really going to make these good.
You know, speaking of that, Chef, do you mind if I just take a little bite out of each one of these?
Go right ahead.
Oh, wow. And a lot of flavor.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a good biscuit?
Right. Oh, it is. Well, let me.
Made with buttermilk. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
And now, the savory version with the herbs and cheddar cheese.
All right. Let's see. That is so delicious. These biscuits are the best I've had. So get baking at home. I mean, just this easy. Lots of fun. Chef, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
That was
Thank you,
great.
Tom.